here today by the current CEO of Telenor Pakistan, Mr. Irfan Wahab Khan. Hello sir, how are you?
Pretty good.
Thank you for taking out the time to talk to us. We really appreciate it. Sir, what we wanted to talk about today is the more positive Pakistan and the growing opportunities it offers to the youth. And as we all know, Telenor has taken multiple youth-oriented initiatives in the recent past. Could you tell us a little bit more about these initiatives?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're very blessed. We live in a country which is a huge asset in the form of human capital, and especially our youth. So if you look at the demographics, you can't get better than this, that you have 100 million young people, thriving, vibrant, talented, wanted to, change their lives and create an impact. So, in this context, we thought that, being sort of enabler of, positivity and impacting people's life in a positive way, we've done a number of initiatives. Starting from sort of younger, I would say teenage, when we had programs like iChamp, which is Internet Champ, just to give them awareness about how they can leverage internet towards education. So we run this program about 2 years ago, where we have reached to over 1,600 schools, 600,000 students. Their teachers, their parents were given awareness about how they can actually use internet on their smartphones for educational purposes.
That's wonderful.
So that's one end, and then the second is we also encourage a lot of initiatives. Say for example, IT graduates who would like to develop apps. So we've been now running a competition called Opportunity for some time, where we are encouraging those young IT graduates to develop apps through that, and then we are taking them to sort of global forums so that they can get more exposure. And then we also, not only that, we have launched, as you know, one of the largest app stores in Pakistan, where there's possibility of actually monetizing their work, i.e. As we are now providing a billing opportunity through your recharge, not just, you don't have to have a credit card. So it's really opening up the opportunities for youth. If you're an IT graduate, you have a nice ideas and you develop an app, you can actually make money on that front.
No, that's definitely true, and also young individuals need to experience leadership every now and then because it teaches them responsibility. But what are some of the key learnings that you took away from these initiatives, and how are these insights affecting future projects of the same sort?
Great. So, insights are always the key. So, you need to really understand what your target audience are. So, looking at those initiatives, we thought that we need to provide a platform to our youth where they can really leverage technology. Because opportunities which we have today through the use of technology, these are totally new. They never existed like 5 years ago.
And so many of them.
Yeah, and look at the smartphone penetration, for example. It's been like doubling every year. So now we have over 30 million smartphones out there, which is making possible that youth can actually reach the global marketplace through e-commerce, through their products, through their services. And then we also realize that we have, although very talented, educated youth, but they need exposure in terms of, they may have great ideas, but ideas are worth nothing till you implement and execute on that. So we come up with another program based on those insights, which is our own accelerator program called Telenor Velocity. So what we're saying is that if you have a great idea, you may have a minimal viable product, we'll help you reach out to millions of people out there through our distribution reach, through our customer insights, through our payment APIs. So that's one great example of learning, or basically taking those insights into action and creating a platform of opportunities for our youth.
That's great because Telenor seems to do a lot for the youth, and it seems to be doing really well in the telecommunication industry as well. So what I want to know is, how does the youth factor into the enterprise, and being a key target market, how does it affect the way that you do business, and how much?
So ours is a very young, vibrant company. So that's the first thing. You need to create the environment, a culture which is thriving, which is vibrant. So that's number one. So we're very proud of the fact that because we're living in a clock speed industry, which is changing at a clock speed. Things are becoming irrelevant in no time. Technology is evolving. So from our viewpoint, it's extremely important to build a culture where we can, keep with the pace of the technology as such.
Yeah.
So from a customer viewpoint also, we come up with Pakistan's first youth brand called DJuice, which is sort of the cutting edge youth brand in terms of what the experience it offers to its customers, in terms of content, in terms of music, in terms of how you interact with the brand, in terms of the aspiration value of the brand itself, in terms of partnerships, and also that's a brand where we would like to take a position that we are sort of innovators' best friend. So if you have an idea, if you have a product you want to integrate with one of the large big telco brands, come and talk to these guys. They will be your forerunners in terms of implementing.
Alright. So like you said, that technology is continuously changing, and I feel like that the telecommunication industry is also going through a change where more and more people are now connected from location-based services rather than voice-based. So is Telenor looking to redesign its business model to keep up with those changes?
Yeah, absolutely. So our journey has been really fascinating one. I mean, we've started our journey from just providing basic connectivity in terms of SMS and voice. Last couple of years, one can argue that we've been delivering a lot of data, megabytes. So it's a journey of minutes, megabytes to delivering moments. Moments are, as you mentioned, I mean, some of the location-based services, some of the contextual marketing services, some of the apps which people can really benefit from it. So I'll give you a few examples of creating those moments. So imagine you're sitting in a comfort of your living room in a comfy couch and you have to pay bills. You can do that at a touch of a button. Yeah, rather than going out and standing in the queues and
that makes the procedure so much easier.
If you have to buy online something, today's Black Friday, so you can do it again from comfort of your home, through your mobile phone, through your smartphone, through Easy Pesa. Yeah, the other example could be if there's a new song which is just released and you're traveling to work, you can actually enjoy that music on the way to work by streaming. So all those opportunities are there, and that's how we are transforming ourselves in a marketplace from a traditional telco to truly a digital service provider which add values to its customers' life.
That's very exciting. But you mentioned Telenor Velocity before, and I think it's an excellent example of pioneering change in the society. But do you think that the growing number of startups is actually an indication of a growing economy or just an increasing debt structure?
No, I feel that increasing number of entrepreneurship and people startup ecosystem is a great sign for our economy. It's a great sign for our youth because if you look at some statistics, I was reading a UNDP report on youth, and then it says that 1 out of 10 Pakistani youth have a stable job. And even out of those, 33%, or 1/3 of them at a given time are always searching for next opportunity. Right? So opportunities are limited. Again, when you have 100 million youth, tens of thousands of people are graduating every year from IT schools, business schools. They don't have opportunities for employment. So rather than waiting for those opportunities, working for someone else, they can actually they could be master of their own destiny. They can take that in your own hands and create opportunities in the form of commerce, in form of business verticals, education, health, social impact. So there are a lot of those opportunities which technology is bringing, and you don't have to think of just a small marketplace or scale which is limited to Pakistan. You have to think regional. You have to think global, and Velocity is exactly the same. So we are saying that we are your partner for growth. We can take your idea, your concept, help you actually grow, not just in Pakistan, but in 13 countries where Telenor is present. Reaching out to over 200 million customers potentially.
That's great, and I think this entrepreneurial mindset is kind of cultivated in a lot of individuals when they graduate because they would rather work for themselves rather than anybody else. So, you agree that Pakistan's professional landscape has become more youth-oriented and startup-friendly in the recent years. Do you think that presents a certain threat to the more established models of the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I would choose a different word. I would say it is disrupting traditional way of work.
I would like to be understand.
Yeah, it's disrupting. I mean, you see technology disrupting each and every industry, whether it's banking, whether it's telecoms, whether it's logistics or shipping. So the future workplace is going to be very different. Future workplace is going to be about collaboration. Future workplace is going to be about not necessarily coming to work from 9 to 5, but reaching out. I mean, and working in a smaller teams of like-minded
skill-based
people.
rather than
Skill-based and something where you're really leveraging technology because technology is giving those opportunities. that you can be even more productive than a traditional way. So I think our youth has really comprehended that. They are really ready to actually take full advantage, and they are already great examples. Pakistan is one of the top 3 freelancing countries globally.
Yeah.
So a lot of IT and software which is being developed, not just for local market, but for international market.
A lot of great minds over here.
A lot of great minds. All they need is a little bit of opportunity as well as mentoring and channelizing, so they can really create a positive impact. Yes.
What more do you think multinational companies can do to encourage startups and kind of work in hand for the common goal of improving Pakistan's economy?
Yeah. So I think in our society, even large corporations can do bigger role, and that we have seen, that journey we have seen even in the West. So you remember the days when traditional companies like General Motor, Ford, General Electric, they used to set up their own venture funds. They were, because this is all about collaboration. This is about building. No single company or organization can claim that they can create that impact alone. So you have to really reach out. You have to team up with the small startups as well as large organizations, so that you can develop this ecosystem of collaboration where you can nurture scalability and innovation and creativity. And that's exactly what is happening in Pakistan. And we see companies like Telenor at the core of all this revolution, core of making sure that the digital inclusion and the financial inclusion, which will really transform Pakistan, is accelerated through reaching out with like-minded peoples, NGOs, academic institutions, as well as startups, where we can help each other. And I think it's a two-way street. It's not just that we are giving any favor. We are also learning a lot from those young startups, because it's about different mindset. It's about taking risk. It's about working harder. So it has a very positive impact on our organization as well.
We just got in a question. Why do you prefer only IBA alums and NUST individuals for marketing positions? Why not Punjab University graduates?
That's a great question. So as a company, we believe in diversity and inclusion. We feel that there is a lot we can learn from different people with different backgrounds, people coming from different geographies, for example. So Telenor as an organization is always open for people who have different academic background, coming from rural Pakistan, for example. I'll give you an example. Lately, this summers, we run an internship program where we have actually encouraged people from actually tier 2 and tier 3 cities, smaller towns, because we would like to actually include them into our workforce and equal opportunities as well as their thoughts, because our customers are all over Pakistan, and we want insights which can help us connecting better to their customer needs.
Speaking of connection, we also have some people who are curious about the 4G expansion into far-flung areas. What would you say about that?
Yeah, so there's a question about the Radhan Khel. So in terms of 4G, we are actually expanding our coverage every day. Literally every day there are new sites coming in. As you know, we just launched our services in August, and now we have more than 20 locations, but we are adding more and more every week as such. So you should expect that on 3G. We're already covering about the largest footprint in Pakistan, which is 75% of our network is already 3G enabled, and you will see the same speed, same vigor in 4G as well.
That's really impressive.
Stay tuned, and you will inshallah have the services in your hometown.
And I think what's especially impressive is that well-established multinationals are now helping young individuals to develop their own businesses, and actually helping them with the research, like as you do in Telenor with Velocity, right? And I think opportunities, especially of the entrepreneurial sort, come with a certain potential for failure. How would you advise the youth to minimize the risk and maximize the benefits?
Yeah, so my advice would be, don't think about failure too much. I think failure is an integral part of your experience. You will always learn. It's much better to follow your passion, and not necessarily to make a fortune always, but at least you will have no regrets that you have wasted your time, right? So I think it's okay to aim high. It's very important that you should have high ambitions, and then you fall short is okay, because there were learnings from that experience, and that's how you constantly grow, by learning from your mistakes, and you can improve yourselves. So don't be shy when it comes to taking risk or failure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khan, for joining us today. This has been an absolute pleasure. Is there anything else you would like to add before we sign off?
No, I just want to leave a message to our youth. I think we need to be a lot more optimistic in terms of our future. We need to be a lot more optimistic about our country. And I'm very confident that with the opportunities which we talk about today, especially through technology, we will inshallah leapfrog, and the Pakistan of tomorrow will be very different, because there's a high hope, there's high optimism. What I see is high degree of energy, vibrancy, and especially willingness to change and create an impact. And with that, I'm very hopeful that we can inshallah together create a Pakistan which is a lot more prosperous, and we can be really high up on the world map again.
I hope so. I hope so. Thank you for joining us today. We hope this has been as insightful for you as it has been for us.